May the 4th be with you, Luke.
Yeah.
You don't hear that enough, do you, Luke?
I've only heard that. You know what? Today is May the 4th. That joke, man, that joke.
It never gets old, Luke.
You know what? I just realized you're dressed up in your Star Wars attire today.
I am in my Star Wars attire, representing Boba Fett.
I love it.
The
I love
best character in all of the Star Wars movies.
Yeah. George is a Star Wars fan, if you can't tell.
A little bit.
I don't like us standing. I feel weird.
You can
sit down.
Good, sit down.
I'm gonna sit down.
I'll sit down.
So we got a good show today. We got some stuff with Facebook. Actually, multiple things. It's a Facebook show.
Yeah, it is actually.
It's a Facebook show.
That never happens.
Which is fine because that's the most confusing platform of them all when it comes to advertising because it's the most robust.
And it's the most effective.
People have the most questions about it. So
the wrong background today.
Did we? We picked the wrong background today. This is not the Attention Equals Dollars show. You can change it. It's fine. That's why we're in the pre-show. We just came out of, so let's give a little context to that. We just came out of shooting podcasts all morning, and we forgot to change the Attention Equals Dollars background.
This is why it's the pre-show.
We're gonna fire Aaron once this show is done.
No, please no.
I'm just kidding. So I'm gonna share this show out. But we're talking about Facebook ad policy updates.
Yeah.
Facebook groups. That's to
that's
market
super
your
important.
business.
It's super important.
Yeah, it's gonna
absolutely.
be. I'm excited to hear what you got for that. And then the new ad placements, testing pre-roll, and a few different other things.
Absolutely.
So I'm excited to hear about that.
I've
as well.
got to grab my laptop.
That's
Still
fine.
in the pre-show.
What a shitty pre-show
What a
this has
shitty
been.
beginning this has been.
See, we've got a new video producer in the house today, Tyler, and I told Tyler it's very. We just roll with the punches on this show, and as you can tell, we weren't quite prepared. Aaron, let's go ahead and we'll get into the show when George comes back in.
Cool.
We'll get rocking and rolling. Welcome to the Social Rap Show, where we come to you live every Friday from the Impact Media Studios. And man, we help you grow your business. We help you learn how to use social media, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat, whatever is needed for you to get attention and turn that attention into revenue for your business. Do this every week with my co-host, my chief marketing officer, my marketing guru, George Cece, and it's the wrap on This Week in Social, right? Everything changes every week. Something's new with Facebook. Sometimes everybody thinks Facebook's blown up and the government's going to shut. Whatever's happening with social media, we bring it to you. Also, something that we've started to do is we're telling you what we're doing with our clients that's working.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
Last week we talked a lot about Instagram stories. Instagram stories, we're seeing a high conversion rate from that. We had a client that did a 20% increase in sales in like 60 days.
Yep.
And Instagram stories were leading the charge on that. So we talked about that. Today we got the Facebook show.
Yes, absolutely.
What do we got going on? Facebook ad policy update.
Yeah, Facebook's updated an ad policy, so we're just throwing this out there for people who are running their own Facebook ads. When you log in, you're going to see, before you create a new campaign, you're going to see a little disclaimer that talks about non-discriminatory policies. Facebook has always had a non-discriminatory policy, but they realize that their own platform can kind of start to grow a little bit too quickly for them to stay on top of all the options for targeting people. And so we have, when you're creating an audience or creating it on interest or whatever, you have the ability to include people by interest or by opt-in to email or visit your website, but you have the ability to exclude people from that target audience, which is actually extremely valuable. So let's keep it Star Wars themed, right?
For those not watching this on May 4th, today of the show is May the 4th, and my name is Luke. So today is an annoying day for me.
So if you're creating, so say you have a Boba Fett T-shirt, right? And then you create a Star Wars group of people you want to actually advertise this out to, and then you want to exclude everybody but people who love Boba Fett. So you exclude those people from it, right? Or you would create your marketing to sci-fi, right? People who like sci-fi, but you don't want it to go to people who like Star Trek. Okay, you just want it to go to people who like Star Wars.
Right.
So you would actually exclude people who like Star Trek. Unfortunately, that's been abused in the past a couple of times with Facebook, when the people are trying to discriminate against people. So they would add
hate groups. Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, hate groups. And it also comes in for various things like that. So it might be running an ad for apartments, but excluding certain groups of people by what they might like. And so that's a broad topic that we won't go into here, but long story short is it's just a little quick update whenever you log in and you see that you're about to launch a campaign, and it gives you a very quick link to a policy about discriminatory practices whenever you're excluding.
So you can still exclude.
You can still exclude.
Let me give some context on how you watching would probably use this. So let's say we'll use the automotive industry. Let's say you're a car dealership and you're targeting your customers.
Yeah.
You want to target your customers that are pretty much in your competitor's dealership.
Right.
You can exclude everybody from that dealership. Right. You can exclude everybody in an industry. Right. If you're a I don't know, if you're targeting single mothers, but you want to exclude single mothers that own a home. You want to only target single mothers that make a certain amount of money and rent in apartments.
Right.
You can exclude those that actually are homeowners that make X amount of money.
Right.
So it allows you to make sure that you're targeting the right people.
Yeah.
And sometimes the way to do that is to kind of reverse engineer it and say, I'm going to target these people, but not these people.
Right. Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Exactly. Yeah. So it's just a small little red box you're going to see there. That's all that really means. You can continue to exclude. You just have to be careful of how you're excluding. They haven't said what the penalties are going to be if it looks like it's discriminatory.
Okay.
We've had some issues with real estate ads come up, which were all the real estate targeting we've always done has been on the up and up and actually very open and broad. To me, when they announced this, that made sense why we were seeing those warnings come up. Hey, this might be discriminatory. So it just means stay on top of it, stay on the up and up, think through your targeting a little bit whenever you're hitting that exclude button, and just be sensible. Don't hate. Right?
I got it.
Don't hate.
Yeah, don't. And here's the thing: everybody watching this show isn't going to use it as a hate.
Oh, of course not.
Is not going to use it as a hate vehicle.
I don't think you're actually going to hate.
Which isn't what George is getting at. It's just a matter of everybody was worried about Facebook targeting and ads. Well, is it going to be effective anymore? Right. Yes, it is. This is the result of everything that you've been seeing in the news. This is a result of all of the scandals and all of that. It's an added layer of security, an added layer of approval before you actually launch your ads. Something that we still use every single day. We just got to check one more box.
That's it.
Right? Check another box.
That's all it is, man.
What else? What else is going on with Facebook policy? The
Facebook policy.
Sexy world of Facebook policy.
CBD oils. So CBD oils, if you're not familiar
the shit
with
you get high with, right?
No, it's not the shit you get high with.
Let's clarify that because I think a lot of people think
right.
I'm rubbing up that CBD oil.
Right. No, CBD oils are they're made from hemp, and it's the CBD is the part of the hemp plant that does not get you high. It actually has a really good medicinal purpose. For it. It's a medicine. Yeah. So you can use it as an oil that you rub on, an oil that you drop under your tongue, your body absorbs. Helps with things like pain relief and a bunch of other things like that. So we have a client that wanted to start running ads for CBD oil, and we initially said yes, but then I thought about it. I am for the chronic pain issues I've had. I am a prime candidate to see ads for CBD oil. I have never seen one.
Which means there's probably a reason.
Which means there's a reason why. So I called our inside person at Facebook and I was talking to her and I said, hey, look, here's the situation. What's the policy on CBD oil? And she said it is very gray and potentially dangerous because it's a 50-50 chance that your account is going to get flagged if you actually have this. Which can affect everything else you do on Facebook. So you never want to get your account flagged for any reason. You never want to even come close to that. You want to play as evenly as possible. My thoughts are that as the CBD and marijuana conversation in the United States changes in the next couple of years, when things get normalized a little more, that whole thing with CBD is going to go away probably. Yeah. But as of right now, CBD is a little too dangerous. This is coming from our inside person at Facebook to actually run ads for it. So she said she's seen 50-50, and when those accounts get flagged, it's a little harder of a rock to dig yourself out from under. So
whether you're if you're in the CBD space, if you're in the firearms, self-defense space,
right? Yeah.
Archery, anything like that. If you're not joking, but if you're in the nightclub space, right? If you sell, I know there are companies in town that sell lingerie, right? There's certain things that you've got to double check the Facebook ad policies. It's really not as boring and confusing as it sounds. You literally could Google what your product is and the Facebook ad policy for that. Make sure that you're in the clear before you run it, because obviously you running CBD oils, you're trying to sell something that helps people. Facebook hasn't caught up with really what the way of the future is, and it might get flagged, and what that means is that can hinder your performance in Facebook advertising in the future. So just be careful with that, whether it's CBD or whether you're trying to sell thongs to women. Make sure that you or men make sure that you're doing what Facebook says, because it can definitely flag your account, and that's not just a click of a button to make it go away.
Right, exactly. Now, one of the things, this actually dovetails into the next story here. I don't know if you want to take a break real quick, or if you want to plow straight through this.
Do we have anything lined up?
I mean, there's stuff we had before.
Let's keep it going. We'll take a break after this, man. I'm feeling it today.
Me too.
On May
the Force is with us.
May the 4th.
Luke.
May the 4th.
The Force is with you, Luke.
I just wrote on Jeff's desk. All right, using I'm excited about this story.
Yeah, so using Facebook,
a little less boring.
Right, yeah, so using Facebook groups. So even if if you're selling CBD oils and things like that, creams and rubs and whatnot, you can create a group, okay, that you can invite people into. Now, when you're in that group, you can talk about this freely. Now, we've always liked groups for promoting your products and your services, because whenever people are in your group that you run, that you own, anytime you post in there, they're going to get a notification, okay? So you're kind of beating the organic algorithm a little bit. So at this point, if you have CBD oils and you want to be able to promote those to people, you create a group, you invite people into it, and there you can talk about the CBD oils, and they're going to see the information that you present to them because it's within the group. One of the big things people are probably saying right now, well, can't I just post organically about CBD? Yeah, of course you can post organically about it.
Or your product in general.
Yeah, or your product in general, absolutely. But if you have a product like this, then you can, that's kind of on the prohibited side of things as far as being able to advertise, then create a group around that, and then you can talk about it all you want. Or you remember the Defense in Depth group in Morgantown? The firearms, yeah. So the firearms client we have, it's a fantastic shooting range here in town. They've got a lot of stuff they sell. They can't put money behind the advertisements on Facebook, so what they did is they created a group, and we had told them this a while back when we were talking to them, create a group and then talk about your specials for that week in the group. Yeah, talk about all of your range discounts. Talk about any of the new sales you're having on classes and different things like that. And it's working out beautifully for them. So I think that's the way to go with groups. What are some of the tips you would have for somebody who is just starting a group?
So somebody that's just starting a group, something big is frequency in there. You don't want to start it and then post once a week, and then you're like, oh, I'm busy, now I'm posting once every other week. It needs to be consistent. And also encourage engagement in those groups. It needs to be looked at as almost a mastermind, where people can, and a mastermind is something where people collaborate. So position your group as a, back in the day when forums were big, right?
Right.
And if you're if you're a coffee roaster, right? Get coffee enthusiasts in there and put content in there that gets them engaging, talking about what's your favorite type of roast? Man, what's your favorite coffee shop in town? Do you like it with cream? Do you like it without cream? I'm exhausted in the mornings. What type of coffee bean is going to help me really wake up? Just get something that's engaging to them in there. And then live streams in groups are huge.
Yes.
Because the people in the groups feel as if you're giving them a layer of access to you that nobody else gets, which you are, because you're talking to only those in the group.
Right.
So we use it. Clients that we work with, partners that we have, what they'll do is they'll go live once a week, and they'll do a Q&A on a topic, or they'll do a 20-minute live stream on a specific topic that only those people that are lucky enough to be in that group get access to.
Right.
So it's kind of the cool kids club on Facebook, and it works extremely well. I have done a poor job the last 6 to 12 months with all the stuff that we've had going on, keeping my groups up to date, but we're actually in the process of launching an Attention Equals Dollars group to where people are going to be able to come in and they'll talk about what they're doing to get attention online. What's working? Hey, I just tried this. George, you talked about this on the social wrap. I tried it and my ad got declined. Right? Well, then somebody can jump in and talk about what they did. George can jump in and engage with them. Groups are a huge part of your Facebook plan, for sure.
Absolutely. And with that, we're also launching Impact Marketing Academy as well.
Exactly.
And so Impact Marketing Academy is going to have a group that's associated with that. That's basically IMA, as we call it, Impact Marketing Academy, is a way to learn how to do digital marketing, but not from some rando on YouTube who is just going to have some crappy tutorial. You're actually learning from us how to do our job.
Right. What we did for our clients.
What we did for our clients.
Yeah. And the group will have...
And the group will have that same...
It's another layer of... It's almost like as if you were actually here at the agency with us.
Exactly, yeah. So we'll be doing live streams within that group as well.
Yeah.
If you have questions, post them there, and we'll be answering them and whatnot. If you want to get a look at that, that's impactmarketingacademy.com. You can get a look at what it is we're offering, and if you want to get into that group, you buy the program, you get into the group, and we will help make you an amazing marketer.
Absolutely.
Now, was that a good rap? Was that close to like a Luke Nesler rap? I've
been
been paying attention, man.
It was a Yoda-esque sales pitch. It was good. No, it was good.
He made a Star Wars reference. I'm so proud of you, man.
Hey, you know what? You can only if there's little.
Yeah.
What is that? Is that a stormtrooper? All right, listen, when we come back, we're going to talk about Facebook's testing pre-roll ads and ad trailers and some different Facebook advertising things.
We'll get George to you at all.
We'll get George back on the bandwagon.
Stormtrooper.
Your customers, they're not watching TV. Your customers spend on average 2 hours every single day commuting to and from work in their vehicle. And their passengers, they're paying attention to their phones. Even when your customers are at home watching TV, they spend more of their time and attention consuming content on their phones than they do those expensive television ads. Even when your customers are out maybe having coffee and drinks with a friend, they're spending time consuming content on their phones. And now, thanks to the partnership between West Virginia Outdoor and Impact Media, you can reach your customers wherever they are. And most importantly, you can reach your customers where they pay attention most. All right, welcome back. So, listen, last story of the day, new ad placements for Facebook.
Yeah.
This is some things we're using with our clients. This is a segment that I'm excited about. We need to make sure we do this every day. The shit that we're doing with our clients that's actually generating results.
Yeah, exactly.
So walk us through this. What do we got?
Yeah, so there's new ad placements Facebook's rolling out. We've got access to it for some of our larger spend clients. It's essentially pre-roll ads. Now, they've had in-stream ads before, so if you have a video that's long enough, your 15-second, 12-second video will actually play in-stream. What they're doing now is because Facebook Watch, which is their kind of video platform, is becoming so much larger, they're testing the placement for the pre-roll ad, just like on YouTube. Okay, so it's a pre-roll ad that plays before a video that you're about to watch, one that is part of the Facebook Watch type of experience. They also have these trailers, which is pretty cool. And have you seen the trailers yet? Have they hit your feed?
I don't think they have. Okay. I know what you're talking about, but I haven't seen them yet. So tell everybody
trailers,
what they are.
I've seen trailers in mine where you'll watch like the first, it looks like you're going to watch an entire video, right? But it's just like the first 15 seconds, and it pops up and says, to watch more, click here.
No, is that a type of advertisement?
That's not a type of advertisement, but that's something new that they are rolling out. But the big ad, though, the big ad placement is going to be the pre-roll. So if you see that pop up as an option in your placements, definitely check it. Check that box so you can actually get in on this. Now, if you're using automatic placements and your ad fits, so we're taking 12, 15 seconds long, that's actually going to be in your automatic placements. How you find out if you've been selected to be part of this is to go into your placements at the ad set level of targeting and check edit placements and take a look through and see if you're eligible for it. This is going to be a powerful one.
So one more time. So when somebody wants to go in and check and see if they're eligible for that, they go into they create the ad. And then what are the next steps? Where do they click in the placements?
Yeah, you go into the ad set and then you go to placements. So there's automatic placements, or you can hit edit placements. Hit edit placements and you can see if it's one of the placements you're
it'll be called pre-roll.
Pre-roll, yeah, it'll be called pre-roll.
And essentially pre-roll, that's your commercial, right?
Mm-hmm.
So YouTube has an advertisement called a pre-roll ad,
right?
And that's essentially a YouTube television commercial. It's an ad that rolls pre the video that you want to watch. They're very, very effective on YouTube, and Facebook's rolling out something, their version of that as well.
Yeah.
So it's something that we're definitely going to be using, that I'm going to be using, that you need to be using as well, and look, man, last year is the first year that more businesses as a whole spent money on digital than traditional.
Yeah.
If you ran television commercials Well, that same methodology is still there. It's a YouTube pre-roll ad. It's a Facebook pre-roll ad. It's a Facebook targeted video ad. There's just so many more layers to it to where you can do a lot more with it and actually generate real revenue and track what it is. So,
absolutely, yeah.
And that's what the show's about, man.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, we tell people how to grow their business with what we're seeing works for our clients. Right. So that's the show this week.
That's it. Really fast.
We're trying to keep these things to like 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes tops. Get a quick fix at lunch, teach you at least one new thing where then you can go implement it in your business and dominate. That's what the Social Wrap Show is about. George and I come to you live every single Friday, even May the 4th. And we bring you the latest, the greatest. What do you need to know? What's the wrap on social media? That's what this show's about. Hey, we'll see you guys next week. George, what are you going to do this weekend in celebration of May the 4th?
Oh, lightsaber battles.
With your daughter?
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah. I've trained her well. Once upon a time, she beat 2 boys at a fight with her lightsabers. And she was, I think, 7 years old. She took them both down. I had to come take her from the kid's house because they were both crying. She goes 2 sabers at once.
Is that a real story?
Oh, it's a dead serious story. I'll tell you who the kid was too. It was hilarious. I heard crying across the street, and then I got a call, and I went over, and they're and Ava
beat some kid's ass.
She beat 2 kids' ass.
With lightsabers.
She had. They were all fighting with lightsabers. She grabbed 2 and she went after it. So I'm going to train my Padawan a little bit more, and we're going to. That's what I'm going to do, man. I'm going to geek out like crazy. Play some Star Wars board games tonight and tomorrow night. Oh, I'm all in. I'm all in.
I love it. Listen, you guys have a great week. As always, if you have questions, you can comment below. You can leave us a direct message. You can email myself or George, Luke at Think Impact, George at Think Impact, and we'll see you guys next week. Have a great weekend.